Good afternoon, friends. I have some cool news for you today because I have people ask me this all the time. And on top of it, I actually run a group called Reboot Your Metabolism. And people are like, well, how do I speed up my metabolism? What do I do? Well, there's like 1,000,001 ways you can do it. And there's probably 1,000,001 wrong ways and 1,000,001 right ways. But I'm going to give you 5 simple flipping tips that you can do, like now, like last week, like yesterday, to help speed up your metabolism. So, keyword, speed. So we have capital S-P-E-E-D. So each one of those is going to stand for something. So the S is standing for sleep. Yes, guys, if you are not recharging your battery and recharging your system every night, your metabolism will slow down. So yes, I highly recommend getting some sleep. If you are having trouble sleeping, please don't be going and taking over-the-counter sleep aids because it's only going to make it worse. You are going to wake up feeling like you were hit by a truck. Trust me, I know these things. So yeah, get your sleep because lack of sleep kind of messes with the hormones. It increases your risk of obesity, of diabetes. You're not recharging your battery, so it messes with your glucose levels, your insulin levels. It also messes with your hunger hormones. You ever notice that maybe if you didn't get a good night's sleep last night or the night before, like you're eating everything that's in sight? Maybe you don't put the two together, but that is huge. When you are not sleeping, it puts stress on 2 of those hunger hormones, which kind of like doesn't make you ever feel full. So, P for peed. Speed, sorry, for peed. Yes, I peed. P is psychological stress. Like, what kind of stress are you under in your life? Because we're all under stress. But how do you deal with it? How does it affect your metabolism? Well, cortisol levels, right? So if your stress levels are high, your cortisol levels are going to be raised. And when they're raised, that and insulin and your adrenal glands, they all go a little bit crazy, which yes, messes with your metabolism. It will slow it down. And sometimes when that's an issue, the doctor says, here's a script, let's put you on some kind of medication. Really, you need to learn how to handle some of the stress a little bit better, how to hand it off to other people, how to deal with it a little bit better, how to count down and be like, okay, my metabolism is going to suck if I cannot figure out this stress. And lack of sleep leads to stress. So those two come all together. So all of these are going to come full circle. So we have E. The first E is environment. Like, what kind of environment, first of all, are you living in? Is it a stressful environment with such stress that you can't sleep at night? Another huge thing environmentally is like the environment around you, like outside, where you're at, where you're living. Is it a toxic environment? Are there chemicals all over the place? Like, do you know just like certain little chemicals that are in like paint or in certain dental things that we have in our mouths or go to and get done? That can stress our system and mess with our metabolism. I know it doesn't seem right and it doesn't seem real and it doesn't seem like that's not real, that can't happen, but it does. So what kind of environment are you living in and what can you change about it? There are certain things that we can and can't change about an environment, but when you're disrupting your environment with toxins and with stress and all that other stuff, it's going to disrupt your endocrine system, which will throw a lot of things off hormonally, which will throw a lot of things off thyroid, endocrine. I'm not going to go crazy into that stuff, but there's hormone imbalances that will go on when those kind of toxins are around. So that's your first E. The second E is exercise. Now, here's one thing that everybody says, well, I'm getting old. Of course, my metabolism is going to slow down. Sure, but the reason why it may be slowing down is, are you exercising? Because the more muscle mass you have, which we lose that as we get older. So if we're not working on it, right? If you don't use it, you lose it. So if we start to lose that, our metabolism is going to slow down. Yes, of course. And that happens as we get older. But exercise meaning don't do too much, don't do too little, and don't okay, so here's the thing, don't overdo it. You don't need to work out 18 days a week for 407 hours a day. That is so stressful to your system and it's so counterproductive to your metabolism, to your whole body, okay? You need your rest, sleep, the first S, rest, sleep. I know that they don't start with the same letters, but exercising, dude, don't be afraid to lift some weights. Go do some strength training. Build up that muscle that we lose as we get older, and it will increase your metabolism. The more muscle mass you have, the higher your metabolism is. Reason being, it takes your body a little more effort and energy to sustain that muscle mass. So seriously, go out and throw down some push-ups. Don't be afraid, all right? D, diet. Yes, diet. Now, by diet, I don't mean like, I can only eat a lettuce leaf and an orange today because I'm on a diet. No, I mean diet meaning like what you're actually eating, okay? So don't like seriously cut your calories, because like I don't know where people think like I can only eat 800 calories today because that's going to be like cool for me. No. Make sure that you're eating, yes, enough, but what you're eating, the quality of your food is going to be so huge on your metabolism. It's going to make a huge difference on what goes on as far as it's breaking down and where everything goes. And I'm not going to get too crazy into this, but like make sure you're eating the protein, make sure you've got the fiber, and by all means, please make sure you're drinking your water, because all of those things help keep you full, help with digestion. Do you know that the foods that you eat that take a little longer to digest, like proteins and fibers, require your body to work a little more, so it requires more energy keeping your metabolism up while it's digesting it? Like when you're breathing, like when I'm talking right now, my metabolism is, is going. It's going all day long when you're sleeping. You're not sleeping, you don't recharge, it doesn't work right. If you're stressed, it is certainly not going to work right. If your environment is jacked up, it's not going to work right. If you're not exercising at all, or you're exercising too much, that's going to mess it up. So yeah, don't be like a cardio queen. Don't be afraid of the weights. Go pick them up. Seriously. My son is laughing in the other room. But yes, when it comes to diet, and like that was the last letter on here, but this kind of goes with everything. Because like if you're maybe eating stuff that is causing you not to be able to sleep at night, that's a huge factor. That's a stress factor. That's environment factor. It all the SPEED, they can be mixed up any which way you want because they all go together. And it's all going to start with pretty much your diet and what you're eating. Because like certain things, and this will all be attached into the blog, and I'm looking at my notes, I'm like, wait, I don't have it here, but I remember just writing about it, like the quality of food you're eating, not the quantity so much, but the quality matters, because there's garbage in some of your food that you eat that we're not aware of. I mean, we don't know what we don't know. Some of the stuff we're like, oh, it says it's this, and it says it's that on the package, and if you really do flip it over, it's not on some of them. Which could be detrimental, literally, like fatal to some people. Like, oh, it's gluten-free? No, really, it's not. Now I'm in the hospital because I'm sick as a dog because I'm a celiac. The quality of the food matters so much because all the additives and preservatives and garbage and hormones and stuff that's in some of the stuff we eat messes with your metabolism. Like hydrogenated blah, 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 and sucrose and fructose and crappity crappins and red dye number 487. If you don't think those things mess with your metabolism, they do. So diet is huge, huge, huge. And I don't want to like go crazy on it because I was like, I'm going to leave this like real simple and easy. But seriously, you guys, if you want to talk about how to SPEED up your metabolism a little bit more and you feel like I'm just sluggish, I don't know what's happening, and maybe I've been told that these things need to change for me. Dude, I would love to chat with you more. So send me a message because I wanted to keep it simple. 5 little principles that will speed up your metabolism. So closing it out, we have sleep, we have psychological stress, we have environment, exercise, and diet. Fine tune those a little bit every day to make it, work in what I was giving you in the tips, and you'll notice a huge difference in your metabolism. Plain and simple. Those are easy tips. You can do them every day. It's not something that you only can do for a week and then you're done with. It's sustainable. It's things that you can control. And that's where we're looking at long term with people. When I'm like, well, let me change my metabolism. We can't really change it, but you can help it. You can speed it up. You can have it to where it's like, hey, I don't have all these issues anymore. So seriously, like I said, so let me just name some of the hormones that can be affected by metabolism and what I've talked about with sleep, psychological stress, environment, exercise, diet. So leptin, ghrelin, glucose, insulin levels, cortisol levels, adrenaline levels, There was one more. Oh, your whole endocrine system, which is pretty much a lot of the stuff that I named in there. Those are things that can be messed up by the SPEED of your metabolism. And if you fine tune those a little bit, you'll notice a huge difference. So keep that in mind. And like I said, if you guys want to chat more about it, feel free to send me a message. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for jumping on, and I'll see you next time.